Hi there. You see that prime example of what God intended walking on the railway tracks over there? Yes, that's me. Now those of you who subscribe to my channel know what I'm about. But for you newcomers, here's a quick introduction. My name is Geir Andersen, and I'm a professional cinematographer and set builder within the film industry of Norway. We work mostly in controlled environments, with exceptions of course. We deal with a lot of tight schedules, so it's important for us to be able to work as quick and efficient as possible. And for most of my tasks, when I'm doing sonography, I use 12-volt tools, which is the perfect platform for my kind of work. I am also quite passionate about tools. And today we're going to take a look at the 12-volt brushless drill driver from Bosch. Now here's the older model, which has served me great for years. There are very few bad things I have to say about this tool. And it looks almost brand new, and that's because this footage is several years old. But I do take really good care of my tools, so they can last me as long as possible. And in this video we're gonna go over some of the differences between the old and the new, and put it to the test. This is the most recent model from Bosch. It comes as a bare tool with an L-box and various attachments, a destruction manual, a bit holder that fits on the back of the machine, some colored backplates, and finally you have the Ambidextrous belt clip, which is one of the improvements from the old one. Now you can actually hang it off your pants. Apart from the older model, this one has a brushless motor, which is going to give you a lot more runtime on a single battery charge, as well as prolong the life of the tool itself, since there are no brushes that can wear out. And when it comes to specifications, this one has, like the old one, 0 to 400 RPM on speed 1 and 0 to 1300 on speed 2. It has 20 torque settings on the adjustable collar, but who cares? I never use the clutch. But for those of you who do, it's simply wonderful, I suppose. I don't know. On the top of the machine you'll find the gear selector, which is kind of indecisive at times. It will jam between gears from time to time, which is simply not cool. This could be just bad luck from my side, but since my old drill also had this inconvenience, I fear there might be a connection. Now this is more like an annoyance than a real problem. It has a 10mm or 3/8 inch plastic ratcheting chuck, which is a part of what makes this such a lightweight tool. Now there is some runout, as you can see. And sadly I have yet to own a drill that actually spins true. That's never happened for me. It's not a problem, but if you are doing fine work you might notice this a lot more. As for power, the older model is rated 30 Nm hard and 50 Nm soft torque, while the new brushless model is actually rated a little less at the hard torque at 20 Nm, but has 18 Nm on the soft torque. Hard and soft torque is not speed 1 and speed 2 like many people seem to think. It's based on the hardness of the material you bite into, like pine and steel. So in theory, the brushless one should do a little bit better in softwood, hence the slightly higher soft torque rating. I'm not gonna do the boring runtime tests, that's just gonna take all day. Tools and batteries today has come to a point where most of you can pretty much go through a full working day with only a battery or two. For this test I want to see if there's any significant difference in power and speed of driving. This is not by any means a scientific test, it's more like a comparison. For the test I'll be using some freshly charged 4.0 battery packs and some rather heavy fasteners through a standard 2x6. Now everything you need to know here is pretty much explained in the graphics, so all you have to do is just sit back and observe the difference between these two titans. After comparing the two machines, I noticed a few things, Morty. The older brushless model has slightly more power, it seems. The difference in power is not that noticeable, but during some of the heavier applications, the brushless one struggles a little bit more. I know driving big fasteners on high speed is not something you should do, but it's nice to see that these tiny machines actually can pull it off. But what you will gain if you decide to upgrade to the brushless one is a significant increase in runtime. You get a more compact tool, both in weight and overall length. The grip is not as fat as on the older one, so I'd say the ergonomics is way better this time around. There's also the belt clip, which is a perfect addition. You can have this hanging off your pants all day and not be bothered, and in some countries that's actually considered a compliment. Now, it might not be as powerful as the new Gen 2 Milwaukee Fuel M12, but it's still lighter and more compact regardless of what you hear elsewhere. And if you don't believe me, you can just drag your ass down to your local dealership and you can feel the difference yourself. And of course, power matters, but it's not everything. You have to look at reliability, ergonomics, and also the range of the platform. That should weigh a lot when you choose your tools. Both Milwaukee and Bosch, they have a substantial 12-volt range. That's highly reliable, and I know this because I own both platforms myself. And I don't favorize one over the other. They are both great in their own way. But as you can see right here, there's plenty of power in this tiny thing.
So don't worry, son. You simply can't go wrong with Bosch. Now, be a good little boy and go fetch me a beer, goddammit. Thank you, boy.
Much obliged, Grandpa Sutherland. You see, when I grow up, I'm gonna be just like you.
The hell you are, boy. Now shut your pie hole and turn that damn TV on. I want to watch me some Dallas.
Now, Harry, for God's sakes, I told you not to be so tough on that boy. He's been through...
Shut your damn yap hole, woman, or I will strangle you to death with my belt.
Oh, please don't hurt me again, Harry.
Now, what you have to remember is that there's some damn consequences to your damn actions, woman. Now leave me alone. But before you leave me alone, you can have the common courtesy to give me a goddamn refill.
Oh, Harry, don't you think you had enough beers by now?
Don't make me lose my temper, woman.